say, and the first one is a prior comment from this gentleman about the investigation with Rick Arredondo. There are 2 board members, and Rick is one of them, that is the biggest bylaw Brown Act violator you ever met. I warned you guys when I was on the board. He came to my house soliciting votes when he had the other 2 several times. I called him out on the public. You guys turn a deaf ear to it. There is an investigation. The whole investigation was in-house. What do you think was going to happen because they wouldn't hire an independent? I'm not the only person that knows this. The other thing too, as far as the recall goes, this is a sad, sad set of affairs. Especially the 4, I don't know who, you never did mention the other 2. You guys mentioned 4, but you definitely mentioned Britt and you mentioned Maria. But I'm going to tell you, those are the only 2 that I know of that are throwing blows left and right, not only for the kids, not only for the employees, but to make sure that those public funds are spent correctly and where they do. And if you don't think that she knows that high school was all about those 3 housing developments over there, just like every other board member, and if you don't believe me, go down to the county office because they're already mapped out. We could have had a full city college with the MOU in the high school over on Avenue 12. So you talk about kids. How many kids don't go to college because their parents can't afford the gasoline for them to drive all the way to Fresno? And instead, we got 3 housing developments around a new high school instead of a full city college, to where more of our kids, especially the ones on the east side, and those east side kids is the ones that Maria sits there and represents, and she's over there slugging as hard as she can for them. And if you guys can't see that, because Ed Gonzalez and a few of the other board of trustees are sitting there fighting with her because they won't let her get it done, you go for your recall. Because the unions told you that they was going to back those 2 up. I'm going to tell you right now, I am going to make sure that we have a citizens group, especially of all Hispanics that only speak Spanish, walking right behind them, because those 2 are going to keep their seats because they're the ones that are fighting the hardest.
Focus group. Why didn't you ever come to the unions and ask us for our input and see what our opinions are of our school board? You knew that, so let me finish. You knew that we had endorsed Brent, we had endorsed Maria Garcia, and they were endorsed by CSEA. We went out and walked the streets for them to get them in those seats. You guys had plenty of opportunity to get somebody else to run against Maria. That wasn't that long ago. That didn't happen. So I'm just wondering what has happened in the last 6 months that has got you guys so blushful that you want to recall a trustee. I have no evidence of anything that's happened.
I can tell you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Just watch it. Read the newspaper.
Yeah.
Yes.